Gojiro, and I'm bringing you guys the final part of what if I was reborn as Gohan. Now, in the previous video, I did explain about the Battle of Gods, how I was actually able to tie with Beerus, and eventually even showing my full power. But Beerus knew that I was hiding something within me. That was the beast form itself, which I was not able to achieve just yet. Of course, Whis did want to teach me Ultra Instinct, but I decided to just go my own path, which Whis did not reject, since he sees that I'm much more suitable for this path than Goku or Vegeta. So yeah, eventually I continue to train, eventually the Gohan Black arc begins, yes. Of course, because of me being incredibly strong, Gohan Black will also be incredibly strong as well, due to him possessing the ultimate form himself. Of course, when Trunks does arrive in our timeline, he of course tried to attack me, but I'll easily able to block his attack, and I explained to Trunks that I'm not Gohan Black. But of course, Trunks is able to calm down after a bit. Eventually, he will explain everything, with me still being kind of angry at Zamzu. Eventually, when Zamzu does appear, I decide to face him head on. I decide to not hold back as I'll go to Mystic. I decide to not spare Zamzu from any pain that is possible, because I know that Zamzu will not hold back on me as well. I actually sense that he has a glimpse amount of Mystic within him, but I can tell it's weak. Of course, I try to actually finish off the battle as quick as I can, but the timer repulls him too quickly before I can finish the attack and finish him off as well. Of course, we are able to get a time machine, but I'm actually decided to teach Trunks the ways of the Mystic form and eventually use the old Kai to get him the Ultimate form as well. With of course Trunks able to get the Ultimate form like me. Of course, I'll be pretty happy that Trunks is actually able to get the Ultimate form, since it'll be pretty beneficial for him to have it, since I know that he will need it a lot. Eventually, of course, I'll train with Trunks using the Ultimate form, and I'll eventually teach him how to master it and utilize it to its full potential. Eventually, both me, Goku, and Trunks were able to go into his timeline, and eventually we face off against Gohan Black. Eventually, I'll face off against Gohan Black, and eventually he'll power up to Rose, fighting against me. With me using Mystic Super Saiyan, while he uses Mystic with Super Saiyan Rose. With both of us being equal in power. I have Master Super Saiyan got to a point I can use it as a base state, almost like Mystic. But he's only adapted to my power, yet he is not adapted to my fighting style. I was able to overpower Zanzu, but eventually the real Zanzu appears. Eventually heals Gohan Black game as Zenkai. Of course, I'll just be angered as I can feel my rage bubbling up. I know that this reach might be able to reach me, able to make me reach beast form, but I know that I need a push. So I'll continue to battle Gohan Black, and eventually Gohan Black tells me that when he stole my body, he not only did he kill me, but he also killed my family. This was the final straw. I was so angry that my eyes turned red. Eventually, my hair powered down from Super Saiyan God as I roared. The Mystic Hour flowing immensely high as a purple and silver hour appear. With my mighty roar, I power up as I transform into beast form. With me achieving the beast form, I will then look at Gohan Black with a glare, and as I tell him, he did a big mistake, putting my family on the line. Gohan Black is in shock as I punch him, sending him flying. With the power of my beast form, I'm thousands of times stronger than him. Everyone will be in shock as Trunks will actually able to also achieve the beast form as well after utilizing Super Saiyan Rage. With both me and Trunks having the beast forms, I'll tell Trunks that we must end this right here now. Zanzu is immortal, but Gohan Black is not. Of course, Trunks will not at me, as of course my future self will also be able to arrive. He was damaged, but he was able to just be close enough so he can help Trunks. I'll then tell my future self to hold on, with my future self nodding as he wishes me good luck. He then flies into Boku and Vegeta, giving them a sense of beings after an intense battle. Eventually, Gohan Black powered up to his own beast form, but because of me being stronger and my rage bubbling up, I was able to overpower him still. Eventually, both me and Trunks were able to power up. With, of course, Trunks power up a beast, Masenko, and me power up a beast, Special Beam Cannon. Or the Beast Cannon. With this, of course, we both fire our signature attacks, firing it at Gohan Black. Before he gets fused with Zanzu, he's obliterated. With Zanzu yelling in rage as he tries to attack us. But with a single blow, I'm able to knock him down and almost killing him as well. I almost like would have killed him, but because of his immortality, he's barely alive. Zanzu will try to attack me once again, but I was able to use the evil containment wave so I can seal him away. With this, of course, I will then give it to Whis and Beerus, and eventually we go back to our timeline. I'll continue my training as I continue to increase my power, and eventually I'll try to master the beast form by the time it's passing on. Of course, the tournament of power will still be in like in the original, but because of my strength being increased, both Goku and Vegeta would have been will try to achieve this type of level of power, with Vegeta going on the path of Beerus way earlier on, and Goku focusing more on Ultra Instinct than before. Ryoko actually achieving Ultra the Omen way earlier on, while Vegeta tries to cheer in Ultra Ego, but he's still not able to fully control it. I'm now able to fully master my Beast Form, and I can utilize it a lot better for now. I also know that I can combine with my Super Saiyan 4, but I decided to save it for a bigger threat, since I know that if Granola does make the wish to become the strongest, he'll most likely use this wish against me, so that's why I'm training myself, as I continue to increase my power. Eventually, of course, I continue to train, eventually the tournament of power still begins. Of course, due to everyone being the same team, I would say that the team will still be the same, like in canon. But I will be the team leader, and I actually know what has to be done. And Bogoku and Vegeta would listen to me because they know how strong and powerful I am. Even if I don't use any God Key or just have God Key in my Beast form, I'm stronger than both of them combined. Even if they use Gogeta, they're not able to stand a chance against me. Even Vegeta as well. So yeah. Of course, Alternative Power will still be like in the original, but instead we have a full team, which will be pretty neat. Also, if you guys are wondering if I did not explain, yes, 17 and 18 are alive. I was able to say we were able to say using the Dragon Balls. So yeah. Sorry if I did not explain it in the previous parts. I'm just telling you guys so you all know. So yeah. Eventually, of course, I will then face off against Jiren, with, of course, Jiren being impressed by my power. Even though I possess slight amounts of God Ki, he can actually feel that my power comes from my naturally. Not from just the power of the gods, but from my hard work and raw power. Of course, I'll also be impressed by Jiren's powers if we decide to test one another. In Super Saiyan God, I'm easy able to push Jiren like Goku did in Super Saiyan Blue. I'll then stack Ultimate on top of that, and I'll easy able to push Jiren a lot. With Jiren being impressed, it uses more of his power. I'll then decide to spice things off as I power to my beast off. Easy will power Jiren. Jiren will be impressed by my power, easy power to his 100%, but it's seemingly he's not enough, as the beast form that I have is practically an evolution, a variation of a kind of a Super Saiyan combination with Mystic itself. And due to the beast form being a part of Mystic, it practically allows me to unlock even more of my potential. And the beast form is my own potential to its fullest. With this, of course, I'll easily able to overpower Jiren and eventually knock him out of the arena, with Belma being sure that their strongest fighter was able to be knocked down by me. With Beerus explaining that my power can rival his own and almost even close that to Whis. When Ariel destroys and even the angels being destroyed by my power. In this beast form, I'm stronger than Beerus and almost close to Whis' level. Of course, I'm continuing. Of course, the tournament will still begin, and eventually, it will most likely lead to the same events going as in canon. He said that since I eliminated Jiren a lot earlier on, most of the 17 will most likely able to stay, like Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, 17, and maybe even Krillin in 18. So yeah. So yeah, most of the team would have stayed together, and eventually we were able to defeat most of the universes. Eventually win the Dragon Balls. Of course, I'll be crowned the MVP, and eventually I would have wished for all the universes to be restored. So yeah. Eventually, of course, we go into the moral arc. Now, I most likely would have trained with Boo from time to time, and I'm able to actually connect with the Grand Kai. And eventually, the Grand Kai would most likely would have taught me how to use the Kaikai Matoru. The Kaikai Matoru actually has a drawback that practically siphons half of my power, so I can seal someone's power to its fullest. So that's why I'm actually trying to master the technique. I'm constantly utilizing it while doing it in my base state. I do not want to use my full power. So I started from regular Super Saiyan to all the way up to my base form. And eventually I'm able to fully master the Kai Kai Matoru thanks to the help of the Grand Kai. And of course Boo himself, since he constantly heals me so I can continue to do the training. I'm able to eventually, when more does arrive on Earth after the battle with Namek. Of course, I want to say that Boku and Vegeta are slightly stronger than canon counterparts, but because Vegeta is still not achieved Ultra Ego, he most likely would have not able to actually damage that entire Moro. Of course, Moro still arrive on Earth, but because I'm even already getting prepared, I'll be ready for Moro. I also have Spirit Vision, which can cancel out Moro's magic, almost like that my beast form is a lot more powerful. Eventually, of course, when Moro does try and sci-fi my energy, I'll use Spirit Vision to practically cancel it out. And eventually, I'll use the Kai Kai Matoru, as, of course, Moro will be in shock by me knowing this technique, as I'll be able to seal Moro's remaining power, and eventually I tell Moro there's no use. He has to give up, or he will die by my hands. Moro easily is able to teleport, as I will be shocked as I try to teleport to him quickly, but he absorbs 7-3 and eventually becomes completed Moro. Of course, Moro isn't incredibly powerful now, as he can copy any abilities. He tries to copy my beast one, but because of my power and energy being incredibly intense, he cannot actually touch me. And because I'm able to use Spirit Vision, I'm able to cancel out his ability. In which I'll use a Kaikai Matoru, as I'm able to suppress his power, so he can only copy one ability at a time. With of course Moro being enraged as he tries to attack me. But eventually he's able to copy my beast power. But eventually, I'm able to overpower him as I use a Dragon Fist. Eventually, when the battle does end, I'm pretty satisfied with the battle as I continue to train, knowing that a powerful threat would still arrive, being Granola and Gas. Of course, the same event will go as the original, with Boboku and Vegeta having much more better control with Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego than the original one. Of course, Granola does trying to kill them both. I was able to arrive using Kai to appear in front of Granola with my beast form, as I was easy able to counter him. Of course, Granola will be almost as strong as me, it's not even slightly stronger, but I will still be pretty powerful due to my beast form. Eventually, Gas does decide to wish to be even stronger than Granola. I then prepare. I know that this might be tricky, but I decided to utilize it. I start to roar as my hair starts to actually shrink down. Goku and Vegeta wondering what am I doing as a tail grows back. As I roar, I power up into my Super Saiyan 4 stages while utilizing Beast. This is what I call my Primal Beast form. With the combination between Super Saiyan 4 and Beast, I'm able to achieve this form. With this form being a combination between all my hard work and training mixed together with the Beast form itself. Goku and Vegeta are shocked by my power and presence because I'm now even stronger than Gas himself with his power up. I tell Gas to give up before he sacrifices everything of his life force. Gas tells me to not be foolish, he tries to attack me, but I'm able to block it with one hand. I tell Gas that I'm stronger than before. Both him and Granola wish to be stronger than me, but now, since I've achieved my full power now, they are nothing. Able to knock down Gas is Granola be shocked at my power, but realizing that the heroes are actually the evil ones, he decides to join me in the battle between Gas. But I tell Granola to hold back and prepare to shot Gas when he's weakened. Well, of course, Granola not only is he does so, but of course, Frieza does appear like in the original and it reveals his black form. But because of me being in my Primal Beast state, I was easily able to practically pick up with Frieza. Frieza, of course, really impressed by my power and telling me that I'm a pretty powerful hybrid Saiyan. I've always been a pain in his ass for a really long time, and it's time for us to have our rematch. Of course, I will just smirk at Frieza as I tell him to bring it on. Frieza will use the full power of his black form, as my power now can route that of Whis, if not even almost all the angels by now. About Frieza, as this Frieza has been training for much longer time. He's been training for 15 years. So this is a much more powerful Black Frieza. Of course, both me and Frieza would continue to brawl it out, and eventually I was able to reclaim my title as the strongest mortal in the entire multiverse, with me defeating Frieza. I'll tell Frieza that my father gave him a chance, but I'm not gonna give him that chance. I'll then power up a Hakai. Of course, Frieza will be shocked by me knowing this. Of course, I will tell Frieza that I have learned that little trick thanks to Beerus teaching me a little bit on the Hakai energy. He wanted to make sure that I'm incredibly strong and enough powerful to even maybe outrace someone. And I've already used Hakai before, thanks to training with Beerus. I'll then Hakai Frieza, seemingly erasing him. I'll then, of course, most events will still go as the original. Of course, Pan will still grow stronger, but I was able to teach her how to use Super Saiyan and how to utilize it a lot better. Of course, Max Cell will still be a thing, but it'll be Max Perfect Cell. But of course, with my power up, I'll be much more stronger than him, and eventually I'll easily able to beat him. With of course me able to easily defeat Max Cell, with Pick of course still having his origin form as well. I will not slack off on my training nor anything else. I'll just continue to train and increase my power. With this, of course, my peaceful life will still continue, with me still proclaiming the title of the strongest. But guys, this is the end of this story. I will see you guys in the next one. Sign out, my Z fans. See you next time.